What's going on?
Welcome.
What's going on?
How y'all doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
That's good. Everybody's out there. First episode, So Appalled. Thank you for tuning in, whether you YouTubing it or podcasting, listening. I hope you're doing both.
Yeah.
You know
Please
what I mean?
do
That's kind of how I feel like. So, not going to take too much of your time because we got some shit to talk about.
We got plenty of that.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me take these shades off so people don't think I'm really an asshole.
But technically.
Perception is reality.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Right. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to have them introduce themselves, starting with person to my left. I was about to say my right.
That's why I go like this when I do it. Like
Yeah.
left, right.
Yeah.
I still do it.
You know what confuses me? And I'm going to admit this on camera. The greater than sign and the less than sign. I don't.
The
like,
open part goes to...
bro,
Okay.
I got it saved on every social media platform and I still don't get it.
Mm.
I just wanted, am I done?
Nah, you just don't care enough.
That's what it is.
Yeah, like...
I mean, I got it.
You brave for asking the question. Though.
Yeah,
But,
facts.
like, some people
A lot of
won't even ask the question.
acknowledge
That's-
it.
But think about it. You retain information that matters to you.
True.
True.
Because I be seeing, I be wanting to comment, but like, I don't know if that mean it's better than or not. So I just be like, fuck it. I ain't gonna say
I mean, if you really need to know it, then you would know it.
Okay.
But it's just like spelling words. They got spell check. Just
I'ma
click that
text
little
you.
squiggly line on the bottom.
Next time I
and
get
spell it
something,
for
I'm
you.
gonna text you about it.
Okay.
Alright, cool. Alright, cool. Okay, so y'all gotta introduce yourself. I done took up enough time.
What's up, y'all? I am Breezy, better known as Your Fave No Label. You can follow me on all social platforms at Your Fave No Label. That's URFAVNOLABEL. And to the left of me, I have
Mr. R.A. Johnson on all social media platforms. Just like Bree, like my shit is very simple. I'm very consistent. And I'm not that creative enough to come up with different names for different platforms. That's just crazy. It's too much work. But I'm pretty much going to be your resident voice of reason. That's better than the supervillain that everyone wants me to be. Like everyone, I don't consider myself a bad guy. My friends don't most of the time, but some people just don't like my version of their truth. If that makes sense.
That makes
perfect
sense.
Yeah.
And I'm just me, man. I can't, like, I don't have any cool thing. People don't think I'm a villain. Like, when they ask who I am, they just say, oh, he cool, he chill. You know what I mean? That's it. I'm
No,
Twan.
I think that's very consistent though.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, he cool. Yeah, he cool. He don't do nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yes, I am Twan. You can, my socials, Rich Homie Twan, 1919. Do have a podcast. It is the All Drinks on Me podcast. Shout out to Pete's and Boots. Appreciate y'all. God, what is my handle? All Drinks on Me _ podcast. Yes, clearly I don't run the social media site, so I really don't.
So I guess
yeah,
we want to
get
go ahead and
into
jump
it.
into it.
Yeah.
One of the topics we're going to start off our show with is, do we as black people place too much emphasis on celebrity opinions? I'll let Bree go first, and then I'll say yes, because I'm going to say yes anyway, and then we'll go in.
I think it's kind of a in and out. I think it basically pretty much depends on the person, because I can see a couple celebrities that just talk big shit for the most part, just talking just to talk because they had the platform to talk.
Yeah.
But you got some folks out here that actually use their platform, to speak meaningful things. But at the same time, I don't think that it's okay that just because you have a platform that, everything is what it is, because that's definitely not the case all the time.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I think we do put too much emphasis on it. For one, I think it affects our community more than anything. You know what I'm saying? I think people, especially the younger demographic, they kind of take certain things
Define young.
to heart.
Because we had a conversation about young, and we're not as young as we think we
True,
are.
true, right. I think
In my
that,
heart now.
yeah, true. I think between 20 and 30, I think some of them kind of take a lot of celebrities' words as well as celebrity actions to heart. You know what I'm saying? And I think we can go multiple places with that. If you want to go to females and the BBLs, you can go that way. If you can go to the Pooh Shiesties and then the actual, you know what I'm saying, the actions he do when people actually following
Full
that
disclaimer,
action.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, good.
I don't know who
Good.
Shiesty
Good.
is.
Yeah, nah.
You don't want to know what that is. I mean, honestly, I don't even want to bring. You know what? I'm gonna skip that because I don't even want to bring that up for personal reasons. But you go to some people who's like the baby. You know what I mean? You go to his actions, and then you get to some people, especially in Charlotte, who just follow everything he does word for word. And you got people robbing, killing, shooting, whatever. So I think a lot of actions and then a lot of people put too much weight on it. It's just my opinion.
Right. And so it'll be a yes, yes, yes for me. My thing is, to your point, Bree, their platform and their reach is so broad, and a lot of people will take it as the gospel without doing any research. For themselves. Like, I rarely call a lot of rappers by their rapper's name. I usually call them by their real name. Number one, I'm grown. So Sean Carter can say a lot of things. People take it as gospel. They won't do any research. And he's pretty much bulletproof with any moves he makes from a lot of people. So some of the things I do question. And then more so, it's the Hove-nites that come back and they're like, no, we can't challenge anything he says. So, no, one of the main things was just like his whole deal with the NFL and how he, to me, overstepped a lot of things with Cap. Number one, he doesn't need Cap's approval to do anything he needs to do. Let me establish that first. Like, everybody's their own grown man. But if you're going to necessarily ride the wave of support for that man, then turn around and do something else, then it's a bad look for me. Now, I don't know what conversations him and Sean and Cap and Goodell are having, but just outside looking in, a lot of that was just like, I'm not okay with that. But a lot of people were based off of who he is. Has he done some good things, great things? Of course. But I just can't ride with any celebrities or anyone's famous wave without doing my own research about it.
Definitely.
Unless it's Ye, but that's neither here nor there. Like, I'll let Ye do whatever foolishness he wants. I won't question it because he's just wild.
That's always though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a wild guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a Gemini, so. But
He gotta have his times though. He be in and out, in 1 minute and the next minute.
Yeah, that boy, he'll fool now. But like I said, I love him.
Yeah.
He fool. I don't ride with everything he does.
No.
But a lot of people feel like I do just because, I don't know.
I mean, I think it can go both ways when it comes to celebrities. I mean, you can have those who have that positive message that you want to, outreach, like voting. You want people to get out and vote. You get someone to actually kind of do that, then yeah, that's cool. But I think when it's I think it's just a fine line. I think that we as black people need to understand that, they just like me and you. They just probably they just got more money.
They definitely got more money.
Yeah,
To your point,
more fame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They bleed. They put their pants on one leg
Exactly.
at a
Yeah.
time, too.
Everyone is the same. They just in a higher profile light. But I think the problem is some people just kind of want to be at that status so much
Right.
they just following everything word for word,
Right.
just so they can actually get there.
So, in that same breath, do we believe that celebrities, or do we expect that celebrities are more than human?
Definitely not. At least that's my own personal feeling.
No. I don't think that we do. I think the naive, and again, that comes from wisdom. And I mean, because as a kid, I probably thought that, MJ was untouchable and that, he did, and he could do no wrong. But, as you get older, you understand, this nigga was an asshole.
Yeah,
so,
and he got his father killed.
You think he got his father killed?
I mean, the gambling did.
You really believe that? Come on.
No? Okay. I'm the only one? All right.
So we going here. So you think that
What's
whole
your reason?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you owe people money, the wrong people, they don't care who you are. That's just how the world works.
So you feel like because Mike,
I don't know.
Okay.
I wasn't there when the killing was done.
But you agree with it?
Do I agree with what?
You think I'm not agree with the killing, but you think?
Oh no, killing is bad.
Yeah,
don't kill
killing is
unless
bad.
it's
Don't
for
kill.
religious purposes, which people. But that's a whole nother conversation.
There's
I don't
a-
believe in that
I was
either.
That's a
gonna say.
religious reason to kill somebody,
Religion kills people.
such as.
Have you studied history?
I mean, not
Like the
Lately?
Crusades and all that stuff. Like
Okay,
that was,
okay,
that
okay,
was
okay.
over
All right.
religious lands and blah blah blah. That's neither here nor there.
I'm thinking of something else.
But what doesn't kill people?
Love.
Love kills people.
Love will get you killed, but it doesn't kill.
Love definitely kills people.
Love saves.
Love will
The right love.
Yes.
Let's say that. The right
Surprisingly enough, I'm a hopeless romantic.
love. Really, Ravee?
Surprise.
I don't
But I'm just not emotional. This is what I was told recently, but that's neither here nor there as well.
But I don't think that it's a surprise. I don't think so. I can see that.
Yeah.
Like a big teddy bear.
Yeah, that bites.
And cuts your ass out. But no, God, we just went like 3 different places.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. No, celebrities and deifying them. Like we can't make them to be holier than thou, and then when they're up there, do we crucify them when they fall? Like I'll use well, I don't know if we can because it's time sensitive, but when Sha'Carri got popped for smoking weed, for me it's two things in one story. Number one, the rules are the rules, and number two, the support for her. So I can separate my support for her versus you need to be following rules. As a former athlete, there's things we can do and we can't do. Not smoking weed, I'll rephrase that. Not having a positive weed test when you're tested is one of the things that we can't do. But I still support her in her efforts to join the team again and to make the next trials and to go to the world races, right? But a lot of people on social media will conflate the two, and if you are against her smoking weed, then you're against her, which is not accurate. But to the point of vilifying her because she's human, I think because we were so excited to have a sprinter who looks like us, not just black, but that her hair is long, she has the long eyelashes, she has the nails, similar to FloJo and Gail Devers who've done it before her. We were excited. Some people use the fact that she got caught smoking weed to tear her down. So we have to be careful in how we voice our opinions on the things that celebrities do after we praise them so much. That's just my opinion on just that one particular situation. Same with Ye, like that. He crazy though.
I'm a little biased when it comes to that. The example you used, because I think it's a little crazy how I'll use celebrity voice opinion. You have some folks that are accepting of certain things, or they'll promote certain things, but then when it comes to a person or a woman, a male of our color or our gender, I guess they get a lot more pushback in a sense, because had it been, I don't want to play the race card, but had it had been someone of another race or opposite race, I definitely don't think they would have pushed as hard as they did with her.
Okay, I can see that. I mean, because it's a lot of examples throughout time to where our punishment is more severe than another culture. So that can be easily established. But like I said, just particular for that case, we as athletes know I'm not going to say we can't smoke weed. What I'm always going to say is we know we can't have a negative test.
Yeah.
So do you question her reasoning behind her smoking weed? She lost her biological mom the week before trials. A lot of people have been on record questioning, saying, because her and her mom were estranged, they weren't close. So people have been going on the record saying they don't think that's what it was. They think she was just smoking weed and she got caught and use that as an excuse. How do you feel about that?
Now, we don't know what her reasoning for it. It could be for her mom. It could be for recreational use. Like that part, I can easily dismiss. Like I don't care. Now, let's say it was for her mother. My mom died when I was 15. I ain't gonna smoke weed. I had a game the next day. Well, I had camp because it happened during the summer. My mother died July 9th. As a 15-year-old, I think I would have a little bit more leeway to do some wild shit than a 21, 22-year-old who has a whole team around them to help her understand, like, when you're in this position, this is what you can't do. You can't have a negative test because we're going to this place. I wasn't going nowhere but to high school and camp. So if I would have decided to go get high that day, I think it would have been a little more reasonable. But what I do know is you can't tell people how to grieve.
That's also true. Yeah.
At the end of the day, my decisions on how I handle my mother's death is going to be different than everyone else's.
Okay. All right. I was just curious.
Yeah, but nah, like I said, don't smoke weed. Number one, at this point, from the trials to the Olympics, just don't do it. Get high after you win the gold medal. Well, that's even if you were going to win, because the girl from Jamaica is faster.
She's faster than Sha'Carri.
Yes.
Okay. I don't keep up with it, so I don't know.
Yes. I forgot the young lady. Let me not call her a girl. I forgot the young lady's name, but she did post a faster time than Sha'Carri this year. So it would have been. I think the anticipation of them going head to head is what everyone who watches track was anticipating. I think the anticipation of having someone that looks just like us at her age for the non-casual Olympic or track fans was why everyone was so disappointed.
I got you.
Because there are more black athletes in the Olympics this year than in the past couple years that people can get behind and support.
So okay. So let me bring it back to the original topic, right? So something that was in the news recently. So everybody know Bill Cosby out of jail.
Yeah, but,
He's out of jail.
yes.
Hang on. I know you're ready. Hang on.
Yes.
Because it's not even about Bill. Everybody knows Bill Cosby out of jail on a technicality.
I was just about to say, please clarify why. It's not like he beat the case or beat the charges.
Because of a technicality, because of a deal that he made with the prosecutor before he ever went to jail. So he never should have went to jail in the first place because of that deal. But they, when they came back and audited the case, he got out. Now, my question stems from Miss Felicia Rashad, America's mom. That's who she is. Well, Black America's mom.
I'm gonna say aunt because I ain't looking at her like no mom.
Okay, aunt. Black America's aunt. So, recently she became a professor at Howard. So she's doing a thing, really good things. And throughout his legal trouble, she's been very supportive. She's been supportive. So my question for that is tying back into the emphasis we place on celebrities in their positions, political positions, social positions, something like this. Are you all, and should everyone else be able to separate celebrities from their personal opinions and their personal choices?
Yes. If you go to my car right now, put in my iPod, R. Kelly is still playing on my iPod. And that boy guilty, and that boy is guilty as hell. Along with the parents that served them kids up. But that's neither here nor there either.
But he had good music.
He had great music.
You got to be able to separate.
He would be 20 for 20 in the verses. But that's neither here nor there. What you're talking about isn't verses, but separating the two. Like a lot of people do it. And the people choose to do it for who they want to do it for. People separate Chris from beating up Rihanna. Like, his music is great, I still love Chris. People separate Rihanna from hitting Chris. Oh, she's doing Fenty. Let me support. But she also was abusive in that relationship too. So, like I said, perception is reality. People are fickle. People choose to do what they want. They support who they want, when they want to. It just depends on if it's your day.
Twan, you quiet over there. What you think about it?
I think people are stupid.
Yep.
I just think that.
Yeah, we are.
I like where this is going. Go ahead.
I think everyone is guilty of just kind of playing favoritism. You know what I'm saying? Like with Felicia. Yeah, you knew this dude from, and he probably gave you the start of starts. You know what I'm saying? You probably got everything you got because of him, so you kind of maybe feel indebted. But at the same time, you see what this is. Like you said, he didn't beat the case. It was a technicality. So you technically know that this nigga's guilty, and yet you still come out and actually say that. That's just stupid. And
that's bad PR.
It's just dumb. Going back, and I actually forgot it. I'm glad he actually said that. The whole Rihanna and Chris Brown thing. I see so many people just big up in Chris. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like this shit never happened. You know what I mean? It just feel like people just forgot about it. You may get one or two stragglers kind of coming along, and then you get, okay, well, now it's Chris Brown undefeated against Usher in a versus, which is
What
stupid.
happened? What happened?
In my opinion,
What happened?
anyway. But I think that it is. I don't know who is. Man, I'm losing my faith in people because I don't think that we can. I don't think we can separate the two. You know what I'm saying? And even with me, like if let's say Bree, you know what I mean? I'm cool with Bree. Bree goes on to do big things, but she fucks around and she robs a bank, but get off on a technicality. Because I fuck with Bree, I'm supposed to just be, oh yeah, God, yeah, you know.
Free Bree?
Free Bree, shit like
Oh,
that.
nah.
Nah, Bree.
Bree, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, you need to still.
You ain't gotta worry about no
Yeah, you know
hashtags
what
for
I'm
me. You guilty.
Yeah, I mean, I fucks with you, yeah,
Like,
but
we cool.
Yeah, what you did was dumb. You know what I mean? And I don't want to bring it to a race thing, but it seems like it's more so on our side than it actually is any side. It's like, and I get riding for who you ride for, but I'm not gonna ride for you just because you black. If you guilty and you wrong, then you guilty and you wrong. I mean, what's right is right. I mean,
Right.
I mean, I can separate the two, and maybe just because I'm older and I mean, I like to think I'm more mature, more wiser, but I don't know. It just seems like people just refuse to do that because it's their favorite. If that's your favorite, then whatever they do is gospel. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I like Hov, but Hov be doing some fucked up shit, and I get that. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, no, I'm not for this. I mean, I'm for this. Yeah,
Right.
he made Blueprint. Yeah, I'm good, but I fucks with Ye, but Ye be doing some dumb shit.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So, people can't separate the two, and I understand, but at some point we're gonna have to, because eventually I think some dumb shit is really gonna happen, and people just gonna really just ride for someone, and that's just it.
Broke into the Capitol, killed some people, and disrupted the whole government for a day because they didn't want their man to lose. So they do it too. Because I know when I say white people, depending on the context, it's either the cool white people or racist people. So the white people that broke into the Capitol, the racist ones, they chose to look away or to discontinue everything that they know to be racist, bigoted, misogynistic about this one man. But they wanted not to lose their place in this country that, number one, isn't theirs.
Thank you for acknowledging that.
So let's get him in the office by any means necessary. There's a couple hundred of them, but I don't really think they thought it through. Like you're really going to stop the counting of the votes of the Electoral College so Joe could be president by just breaking and entering. That led to the death of a few people who didn't have to die. But nobody say, but you're an idiot if you go to die for him. There's a lot of people I'll die for. My grandma, my daughter, my fiance. The last president ain't one.
I'm gonna say, is there anybody outside of your family you would die for?
I'm thinking too long, so that means no.
Yeah.
No. Some people probably want me to say Kanye, but I'm not gonna die for that fool.
Yeah.
Like, he my mans. I don't know him. I ain't gonna die for him. Like, they don't know Trump. Like, I don't even want to say his name, but like, to uphold things that he believed in, because you believe in them too, secretly, and now outwardly, it's foolishness.
I die for the guy behind the camera because I feel like he's just gonna give us our style. So
No, my brother. Put that on me.
I'll put it in context with, I'll beat somebody up for him.
stab it in.
I ain't gonna die for him though.
I can appreciate that. I can appreciate
Alright.
you beating nigga up for me.
I mean, is there anybody you want us to,
Nah, we cool. I ain't got no beef.
Okay, so make sure.
I ain't got no beef.
But let me be clear, I ain't had to fight nobody in a long time. Long time. Back then we didn't fight people, we just jump people anyway.
I can't
Football
believe,
teams.
man. When last time you got in a fight, bro?
Man,
Yesterday?
I'm about to say, I hope it wasn't recent.
nah, I really don't even be on
I
that
ain't
tip.
scrapping. No.
Nah, I'll fight you with my words before I lay my hands on you.
Yeah. People don't like that though. Like people really find it offensive when you can verbally assault someone.
You gotta,
Yeah,
you
'cause
hit it
they
where it
can't
hurt.
do it.
Yeah.
That physical thing, that's only temporary. But if I hit you with some, I feel like in some cases,
How am I gonna say this?
some cases,
Because this is being recorded. Allegedly, the football team did send a few people to the hospital. So, yeah, physical is only temporary, but they wore their ass whooping.
But I just feel like the words gonna hit a little harder.
That's why you gotta talk to them while you whooping their ass.
But you still incorporating the words.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's gonna stick.
I can't remember last time I just got so mad at someone I just wanted to fight them. Like, for what?
Yo, it had to be in college. Like, the last time I fought somebody was in college.
College?
Pretty
That's
sure
why
it's
somebody
college.
was in middle school. I ain't fighting nobody in high school.
Same.
You listen. First of all, this is what a lot of people don't, and this is way left now.
Remember who you talked to?
We didn't win a lot of games, B.
Okay, good. Okay, all right.
So we gotta win something.
Yeah, niggas used to talk. I used to talk trash about y'all. Hardcore.
But you was cool though.
Yeah,
Everybody couldn't do that.
true that. Cause
And then if the wrong person tried to do that, I remember, allegedly these people was there. It might have been dreaming. I don't know if this is true or not, but it's true.
I mean, before you go there, for those who don't know you, can you let them know what you did, what you played? I mean,
Oh, I just play tennis in college.
I played tennis in high school.
This nigga.
Yeah.
This nigga. Go ahead.
this nigga ain't play no tennis, man. He ain't play no tennis.
So I fell for it.
I'm gonna tell the story, but I'm gonna tell this story first.
Alright.
Whenever a older non-black gentleman asks me if I played football, I always tell them I play a different sport. Why? Just because I look like this, the only sport I can play is football? And I play baseball, I play golf, I play tennis. Like, yes, I play football. But
That's
that don't mean I couldn't play something else.
right.
But I will never say basketball, though,
What's wrong with basketball?
because I'm black. So I want them to understand, like, we can play other sports.
Yeah. That's the ticket right there.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what they want you to think the
Yeah.
ticket is.
Because I was... Okay, so back to the story. So we lost to South Carolina State. It was 62 to like 14. Like, it was bad. It was bad. I bet you had fun at the after party, though, didn't you?
I did.
Exactly. But for those people that don't understand those type of games, like we're a Division II university, so we have less talent. South Carolina State, D1 AA, they have more talent. When South Carolina State plays a Clemson or USC, they get the brains beat in just like we got ours from them. So, you know, everybody was there, the school goes support. That's one thing Benedict does. They really do show up and support, so we did love that. We just hated losing in front of everybody like that. So we get back to campus. One young gentleman got around some girls, started mouthing off, as young 19, 18, 20-year-olds do. Said the wrong thing to the wrong teammates. Some teammates were called, and he got his ass whooped in front of Mather Hall. One of the teammates was smoking a black, put some ashes out on him, and I just told him, like, it's 62-14, bitch, and then we just walked off. But, you know, going back to the original topic, you shouldn't be talking shit. That's the original topic. Like, don't talk shit. But no, the original topic was separating the celebrities from, I guess, their incidents and stuff. But nah, Bill guilty as hell. But he may not be guilty on all accounts, but he did whatever somebody said he did.
Listen, when 26 people come forward and say
Same thing.
that you rape or coerce them,
Okay.
come on, bro.
Then-
You got at least 13 of them telling the truth.
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree with that. Now, but what I will say and let's move past rape. So we're not talking about rape. But when 26 people tell you that I'm a bad person or I'm a mean person, they lying. All of them. They just might have called a bad day. Because I promise you I can find 26 other people who say, like, yo, he's a good guy. I like this guy.
Are they saying you're a good guy based on their definition? Because I think
Good is good.
No, I think you're a good guy because I know what makes you tick, and I agree with those things. Just like I agree with the Joker, just like I agree with Bane, just like I agree with Killmonger. Doesn't necessarily make me a good guy for agreeing with them. It just means that I see their perspective.
Right. The only difference between them and a hero is execution. How they execute what they want or what they see as the right thing to do. That's it.
Okay. Relationships themselves have evolved so much from your parents and your grandparents. So a lot of relationships tend to struggle or fail in the forgiveness stage, the forgiveness cycle, because it's a cycle, right? Apology, rectifying, execution. So they
missed
struggle.
acceptance in it too.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta accept it.
They struggle through that period. So the question that I have is, are you all able to work through forgiveness? Are you all able to forgive and move on? Or are you all able to forget but not forgive and move on? What does that process look like for you all when it comes to betrayal by a significant other or a spouse, something like that?
I think it can go on two different scales. Now, with anything, I'm gonna forgive first because that's what I'm supposed to do. Of course, sometimes it may take a little longer than others. Sometimes it's some quick.
It depends on the person.
It just depends on the person. Now, when it comes to forgiving and moving on, I can, depending on the situation, one instance I may be able to forgive you, and then I can work on building that relationship or patching that relationship back up. But in some cases, I'm going to forgive you, but I'm going to accept the fact that I'm not supposed to be connected to you, or I'm not supposed to continue down, that relationship or that friendship path, whatever. So kind of just depends on the situation and the person.
Yeah, the transgression and the person who committed it. Yeah. For me, yes, the same. Because one of my friends can do something like, oh, okay, well, it is what it is. We move on, move past it. Someone who might mean a lot more probably can't do the same bullshit that they did, and we're still gonna be okay. But now, number one, we're gonna have to have a conversation about it. We're gonna have to work through that a lot more than me just saying, okay, we're cool. Just one of the easiest scenarios is back in high school, me and my homeboys had this rule. I'm pausing because I want to make sure I say this right.
You don't want to incriminate yourself.
Oh, I'm going to incriminate myself, but I don't want to admit to something that I've never admitted to over the past 20 plus years. So you're not going to get that satisfaction. But one of our number one rule was, if this person is our girlfriend, you can't talk to her, like try to get at her. But if it's someone that's on the roster, they're fair game. Me, I was fully committed in all my relationships. You will never hear me admit that I cheated on all my girlfriends except for the last two. I will never admit to cheating. Because if I did or didn't, I wouldn't. The person that I cheated with would have to tell you. I'm not going to tell you I cheated on you. So, going back to high school, when there was alleged cheating involved, like I said, we had a rule. Like, you can't mess with our girlfriend. Mess with other ones. But one of our homeboys, a habitual rule breaker, and we had to sit him down, and be like, yo, you can't be doing this. But, has he learned his lesson? I would like to think he has. I haven't heard him mess with any of, because I think everybody's about married or married. He hasn't messed with nobody's wife, none of our wives. But those are the things, like I said, that could be forgiven or not forgiven. Because you ain't fucking my wife and nah. Like that's a whole other thing. But we set up rules like that.
Talking about relationship shit. This is my bag right here.
Oh,
listen. First off,
you single, Twan?
First off, do you remember Ravee's probate speech?
I know.
I will never forget that speech. I will never in my life forget that speech. I'm not gonna say it.
I felt that everything I said was true at the time I said it.
I'm not gonna say it, but I said, yo, this is the first person, Cap or whoever, who admitted that they got a girlfriend when they came out. I thought you was a faithful ass dude, man. I said, this a good dude right here, man. So we picked a good one.
Did you cheat on him?
Boy, was I wrong.
You know what? You ain't gonna tell me. Never mind.
So here's the story behind that. In order to date her, in order to have sex with her, I had to date her. So I'm like, okay, cool, we go together, right? Then at the probate, allegedly, this is what I was told. Obviously, I was in the show, so I can't see what happened. Someone else stood up when I mentioned my girlfriend. So I don't know who it was. I don't know why they stood up, but
This nigga's a criminal.
This nigga's lying. Go ahead, Twan.
Alright, man. So, listen, when it comes to forgiveness, it's a little different for me because I've forgiven before or whatever, but I was younger. And obviously, lately, I've been wanting to get forgiven because I'm the one that's fucking up. So, I'm asking for forgiveness. I think it does depend on, like I said, I think it does depend on the individual. It does depend on, what kind of connection y'all got. But me personally, and full disclosure, I'm a Cancer, so we kind of think with our emotions, etc.
does that matter?
I don't know. Some people say that we are more emotional.
Because I'm a Sagittarius, and I hear nothing but, like, not a whole bunch of good stuff about Sagittarius. And then I read it, and then like, yo, it's kind of true. But then it's like, I'm not going to give it energy to be true. Then people be like, yeah, that's why you do the dumb shit you do.
But when you read it, you felt that it was true.
Yeah.
I think to a certain
degree, yeah.
I think to a certain extent, some of it is true. At least for me, I can say that. But I think women are less forgiving nowadays than men and than men and
Because they can.
yeah.
Like, my grandmother couldn't forgive my granddaddy for doing whatever back then.
True.
Back then, it was a different world. Like, the support system was different for them. Their own support system was different. They didn't have jobs and all. They had to depend on a man. Now, no one has to depend on nobody. So me forgiving you now is truly an act of forgiveness from the heart. Like, because you don't necessarily, like, my fiance, she don't need me. Like, so if I did something wrong and she chose not to forgive me, she doesn't have to make the same decisions that her mom or her grandmother or the people of the generations before us do. So I think it's a lot different now.
Yeah, because they don't need us, and
They ain't taking no bullshit.
Nah, they definitely not taking no bullshit.
Unless you're Chloe.
No, oh my God, she's just taking it. Never mind. But yeah, I think it really does depend on what you actually do. I think that anything physical, is no forgiving. I think that anything, was it verbal, whatever, just you're not gonna cuss me out and expect me to stay. You know what I'm saying? I think other than that, I think it can be forgiven. It just probably takes a lot of time. And again, I say this as a nigga who's wanted forgiveness because I've done dumb shit.
Right. I think we've all done.
Right. Yeah.
I did some.
But to me, and y'all let me know if I'm wrong. Guy behind the camera, you too. We cut it short. We need to. Okay. All right. So if I'm with someone, or if you're with someone, and y'all with for, let's say, 5 years.
Okay.
Verbal abuse is just, and it's not.
Did you like a picture?
It's not physical. No, it's not.
You put the hard eyes under that.
I'm not talking about myself.
No. I'm okay.
That y'all know of. It's not physical cheating or anything. But I feel like if that happens and that person bounces, then that person may not have really been for you in the first place.
Elaborate.
Okay. All right. So if you with wifey, y'all been together. Y'all not married, but y'all been together for 5 years, and everything's good. Y'all love, no kids involved.
Oh, no kids. Okay, now we're not talking about me. Good. Okay.
No kids involved.
Damn, I got a 3-year-old.
No kids. Whatever. Y'all everything is cool or whatever. Then something happens, and like let's say you. I'm trying to figure out.
I gotta know what something is.
Okay, let's say
something inappropriate.
Yeah, let's say you got caught flirting with other women.
Okay.
Say you flirt with other women, and she find out, and she's like, "Alright, I'm going."
Hold on. Now I'm gonna ask the question because it's a lot of gray area in it. Did you Brett Favre the flirt? Or
once again,
not you. No. The guy in your situation.
That y'all know of.
And for those who don't know what Brett Favre did, he sent the dick pic to one of the.
No.
Okay. It was just like
So I need an example. Like,
Okay, all right. So
it was flirting. Like, yo, you look good.
Am I liking tweets? Am I like how far are we talking?
let's say
You in the DMs now. I guarantee
yeah,
that's part of
yeah,
the story.
Yeah, let's say you
It's
in,
2021.
You in DMs.
See?
You just flirting.
Right.
Yeah, just flirting, just talking shit or whatever. And I ain't gonna put my homeboy on blast because it's him when you talk about me that y'all know of.
Right.
And you get caught. You in DMs, you like just talking, just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm trying to whatever, but you're not doing anything, you know what I mean? And
You can't say you're not doing anything because you're doing
right,
something.
right, you're technically doing something.
And there's intent.
True.
There's intent behind what it is.
What if it's just
action?
what if it's just conversation back and forth, not intent?
There's no see. I understand you're saying there's gray area, but then there's not.
No.
There's not gray area in flirting. When you flirt,
You flirt.
Do it intentionally.
There's
No.
intent behind it because I guarantee you, if you flirt with somebody, right, that you're actually interested in, and they give you that time or that space of the day,
You go on with it.
y'all linking. Y'all linking.
I promise you, and I'm not incriminating nobody in one of these three chairs. You don't have to go to where that link is. You don't have to do it.
Why would you not? When that person,
The same way Dwayne pump fakes. Like, you go up, come back down. You just pass it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't necessarily have to
the majority of
to see if you still can.
oh, you see, that's some machismo stuff.
But
That's some ego stuff. Like, I want to see if I still got it.
But
Now,
that's-
if you're doing that, then I think
Should that be forgiven? Is that let me rephrase that. Is that a forgivable offense for you?
It is a forgivable offense. But at that point, then you got to do some soul searching. Like, I need to grow the fuck up because now my lady is looking at me crazy when all I wanted to do was figure out if I still had it.
Unless she
Figure out
knew
if I can
what
still
she
pull
was
them.
getting into when she.
You better know what you're buying.
True that.
See, that's what I was told by the individual who's not named as Antoine. That it's just basically seeing if you still got it, seeing if just
See?
talking shit.
See how I pulled that out?
Now, personally, I feel like if you flirt, I don't want her to flirt, so I'm not gonna do it. So if she bounced, if she bounced, then okay, cool, because I don't want you to do it. But I do feel in my friend's situation that, and I'm not gonna call his name out on the pod because I'm pretty sure he's gonna listen and then talk shit to me. But I feel like she really wasn't with him because it was just harmless shit. You know what I'm saying? And he did a lot for her. You know what I'm saying?
Let me hold on. We
said
got to back up. When you initially started, you said been together 5 years. First off, I'm gonna speak on the woman's behalf. I'm not about to be with nobody for 5 years and we ain't married. Or that's 5. So
That's
you
not
said
that long.
5 entire
I'm engaged, by the way.
years.
I'm engaged, by the way.
So you want
We've
me
been
to
together
stand?
5 years. We engaged.
Okay, so you beat the cut. So
Sheesh.
we together for 5 years. I don't have a ring. We
Carrie
not
did
engaged. We nothing. 5 years. And then at that point, now me personally, you know, you forgive, but why you gotta have an exception? I'm already here with you for 5 years. I'm already here thugging it out with you for 5 years. And then now you in some inboxes, you're flirting, you this, you that, you this, you that. That's why you is that why you can't fully commit to me?
That's a fair point. I never thought about it like that. Okay, that's a good point.
Why is
So
5,
now
why is 5
I'm
years
looking
the cut? How do you put a time on when someone's ready?
I don't think you can necessarily put a time on when someone's ready. Well, are we speaking on a male perspective
What if,
or a
what if you're
woman's
ready and she just don't
perspective?
want a Walmart ring?
There's ways to accommodate that, but at the same time, I mean, if she really loves you, why does it matter if it's a Walmart ring?
Because her friends care.
I agree with that.
No, you shouldn't be worried about what your other people.
That
You're
is-
not.
So
You
it is-
can't let your homies pick your girl.
So it
Men
is her
face a
fault.
different pressure.
Right. You
When it
can't
comes
let
to
your
that
homies
ring,
pick your
men face a
girl.
different. You don't want your lady out there and people looking at her ring funny and they're like, ugh. So it shouldn't be a pressure,
Right.
but it is a pressure.
But she
Derwin loved Melanie,
I never watched it.
and he gave her that little ring. And people gave him so much shit on. Granted, it's a show, but it's still a representation of what men go through.
Yeah, that's I
He cheated on Melanie a couple times, didn't he?
He had a baby on her, didn't he?
I mean, sometimes that happen.
That's really?
Jesus.
No, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
I guarantee.
Hell
I guarantee.
no.
I can name. Never mind.
no, no, man.
What? Them break babies happen.
So you saying a break baby? Okay,
Well, I don't know if it was a break baby or not. I know some people who had the baby in a full relationship and just had another baby. That happens. No,
It does,
no movie.
But that don't make it right.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Because I can't keep coaching the ex girlfriend to stay with you during your fuck ups like this. I need to be paid for that. That's a service I provide.
Did you face any pressure when you bought your ring?
No. And I didn't face any pressure for the timing of it either. So
I know
my fiance was very. She was very.
I feel like you didn't give a
relaxed.
fuck anyway.
Yes and no. I wanted to make sure, because we had to get a different one. I wanted to make sure to get her something she wanted. It wasn't what she wanted, so we ended up. She found the one she wanted. And then we had to go back and do all that. But my thing was, the ring doesn't matter to me. It matters to you, and I want you to have what you want. That makes me happier than me trying to figure out and then surprise you. Like getting what you want makes me happy. Us being together for ever, I'm not gonna put years on it because people get divorced left and right these days. Jesus Christ. Makes me happy. So if the ring that you want is the ring that you want, let's go get the one you want. Now you're gonna be happy when you see it, and I'm gonna be happy that you're happy. But you know, for a lot of people in couples, I'm not gonna just say the woman or the man. Like that ring really matters, and that representation of your love, which is something that's not really a thing, matters to a lot of people in society.
Yeah.
Like you don't need a diamond to get married.
No.
Yeah, you just go down to the courthouse. It's $75.
Expectation.
Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 in Charlotte. I know.
I'm going back and forth the whole wedding thing. I don't know if I want to have a big. I don't think I want to do a big. I mean, you planning on a big wedding or?
Define like everyone's definition of big is different. I think our cutoff is like 150.
150?
Some people do like 250, but the majority, which is funny, majority of the people on the guest list are my people. I know a lot of people.
Yeah, you do.
Let me rephrase that. A lot of people know me.
Right. Are we getting invited?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just gotta scratch some people off. It's not for me. Like the guest list, I don't know how hard it was for other people. Like, okay, it's really that simple for me.
We're gonna record a pod at the wedding, y'all. Just
We
straight up.
should, because it's gonna be
like during.
it's gonna be entertaining.
Yeah, I definitely believe that.
It's supposed to be in Florida, by the way.
Yeah. I don't know.
I know you'll make it.
Oh yeah, you know.
You just went to the Bahamas
Baltimore.
yesterday.
It's Baltimore.
Oh my bad. I knew it started with a B. Probably
Yeah.
Bahamas tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm thinking destination. I don't want to.
It's cheap. Everyone says it's cheap. Well, everyone says destination weddings are cheaper and better. I think giving yourselves time to plan the wedding is financially smart, rather than taking out loans and trying to do it just because you want to show and represent and project and present to people. This is who we are. This is who we're gonna be,
Right.
and then be in debt later, and then the debt causes a headache. Then now y'all not together.
I agree with
Cause I've been to a couple good weddings,
that. Yeah.
and they're not together no more.
Problems.
So
Where you want to get married?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
There you go.
You plan on getting married like soon? You got a ring on? Let me see if
Well, honestly,
Oh, she do got a- oh, she-
Yeah, but I'm not married.
You sure?
I'm positive. I'm positive. I'm not married. I kind of, for me now, I've grown up in a 2-parent household. So I kind of, my take on marriage is my expectation is high. So yeah, that's something pretty big to me. So when I do finally, propose or decide to get married, it's gonna have some substance, not just because I know it's kind of trendy right now to be married or be
right.
in a relationship.
I was the last one out of a lot of my friends to be engaged and married.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't something that crossed my mind until like obviously recently, but nah, it's just okay. Well, this is it. This
What
is
made you do it?
Funny story. Before she was pregnant, like I wanted to propose. But me, and I rarely do this, giving into societal views on why I would do something. Like, okay, well, he proposed because she's pregnant. That was one of the reasons why I didn't propose before my daughter. Because I didn't want people to assume this is why I'm doing this, versus I actually love this girl, I want to love this woman, I want to be in a relationship with her for the rest of my life. So, looking back, I should have just said fuck it and did it, but we're here now.
That was sweet.
Yeah.
That was sweet as hell. See, I'm the opposite. I'm trying to knock mine up before, but she won't let me.
See, you can't always believe what you hear about a person.
See, yeah.
You
See,
gotta-
y'all see, this man is sweet as hell.
Look at that.
Yes, keep saying that.
This iteration of him is sweet. Listen.
Keep saying that so the right
Listen.
person or people can hear that.
Okay.
So, touching back on your homeboy, hopefully they can work through it. If she does decide to leave,
Oh no, she already gone. It's wrap. It's done.
okay. Well, because she's left, it doesn't necessarily mean that
Yeah.
she wasn't with him to be with him. She just might have got tired of bullshit. At a certain point in time, people
Yeah.
get tired.
I think
Gotta say enough is enough.
women do get fed up, and they get like Bree said, they get fed up quicker now. You know what I'm saying? And I think we as men, we live this macho shit. Like, yo, why the fuck would she want to bounce? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that dude. So why would she want to leave me? And then she leaves, and then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, wow.
Right.
Yeah.
But sometimes it takes something that drastic.
To wake a woman up.
Yes. No, not for
And you
I
know-
guess to come to the realization, like who you want to be with, what you want, what you expect out of life,
Right.
relationships and things of that such.
But it
But we
doesn't-
got to get to the point where we catch it before it gets to complete disaster.
Right. But it doesn't necessarily mean that, number one, that relationship is done versus these are boundaries and rules and a standard that's being set. If we come back together, I ain't going for this shit.
True. Yeah.
If we come back together, my expectation from you and of us is this. So you know how to not act accordingly, but like these are my boundaries. And this is her respect level, and this is how I should respect us.
All right.
So,
To you.
if not, your homeboy,
Yeah.
he's still gonna have cheaper dates because it's just him.
Yeah.
Save some money.
But gotta learn from it.
Definitely.
Even if she doesn't come back, you gotta be able to act on what happened for the next person.
Yep.
I think it was depressed. He's like Mario Winans crying in the tub with all his clothes on.
Listen,
That's how that nigga was.
tell him catch a flight.
Yeah, man.
It'll be something. It'll be something in that city when he
Hey,
lands.
man, yo,
No.
Listen.
You gotta heal first.
You try to talk to people after a breakup, especially dudes, man. It's the worst, yo. Like they don't want to do nothing, and I say that from experience.
Uh-huh.
Like niggas losing weight.
I think everybody loses weight after a breakup.
Yo,
though,
let's
but
go.
they try to.
Nah, man. She ain't there to watch me. Nigga, she is gone. Come on, dog. You know what I'm saying?
So he's simping.
That's why you have to facilitate and assist the move on. Everybody got a friend for a friend.
But I think you do.
And forgive her for moving on.
I think you do need to just kind of chill out on something. Like
Forgive her
after
for
that
moving
breakup,
on.
you gotta be like, all right, let me just take myself. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, after my last breakup, first thing eventually after I stopped crying, I started traveling more. I mean, I took my first international trip to Barcelona by myself. That was cool. Just kind of being on the plane, just by myself, just thinking. I mean, it give you time to think. Obviously, you want to think about that person. Damn, I wish she was here, blah, blah, blah. But
It was cheaper that she wasn't though.
it definitely was cheaper than she
Exactly.
wasn't. And then, you kind of, this is dope, man. I can see myself doing this. And you get to, you know what I'm saying, like the guy said, just see where you fucked up at and where you can actually get better. So,
Go
man,
through the stages.
Yep, grow through it.
definitely growth, yeah. All right, man, but we took up a lot of y'all. This is cool. This is fun. This is fun first
Yeah.
episode. But this is real quick, I guess before we close, man. That's a dope shirt. We talking about outfits?
Oh, this was a Father's Day gift from the fiance. I'm not sure where she got it from, but a lot of fathers do like, oh, that's a nice shirt. I just like, oh, my fiance got it from me for Father's Day. So I might need to double check with her to see where she did or who she got it from. It's I think one of her friends designs the shirts, but I could be completely wrong and just talking as usual.
It's cool. Bree, you got anything on special?
No, nothing.
No, she just did it.
She just did this shit?
Yeah, I ain't no endorsements. I ain't
Tell 'em cut the check.
nothing out.
Tell them.
Yeah, so if you listen to Bree,
Cut the check.
literally.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? So somebody sponsor. I mean, for me, I got some shorts on.
I told you, you came in here banging.
Hold on. Can I stand up? Can I stand up?
Do you think?
Okay, all right. I don't want to fall back, but as you can see, if you can see, can we get that? Can you get that? No.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Go ahead.
But anyway, this is my cousin's brand. My cousin made these shorts. My Faith.
Okay.
Pretty popular show. Well, getting there. So shout out to CEO Jada Brayboy for this My Faith brand. So if you like these shorts, then holla on IG My Faith, Facebook Jada Brayboy, or you just holla at me. You know, I got you. That was my trying to be a good cousin type deal.
Sometimes you got to do that. You got to plug the family because.
Plug it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. We can get out of here. Y'all want to give y'all socials one more time before we get up?
240.
These things. Hey, man. I don't know how
Yo, my credit bad, so I mean, the worst thing that happened to improve. Do your boy a favor. Add me to your credit cards. Thank you. No, not the scammers though. Nah, not y'all. You can definitely find your boy at Mr. R.A. Johnson on, again, all social media platforms. That's Snap, Instagram, Facebook. Well, Facebook is my real name, full name, and Twitter.
And I'm Breezy, your fave, no label. It's at your fave, no label on everything. You name it, I'm on it.
That's a dope name. Your Fave No Label is just dope. I'm sorry.
That's it.
Speaking of scammers, have y'all seen Parasite?
I haven't fully seen Parasite.
You seen Parasite, guy?
I haven't.
Man.
I made it to the part to where I don't want to tell the movie if people.
But
haven't seen it.
the scamming you see, that is elite level scamming.
Because it's the whole family involved.
That is crazy.
Like, that's not telling the movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Y'all see that the family's involved.
Yeah. It won an Academy Award, so y'all should watch it. But yeah,
especially if you, yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
It was good. It was elite level.
Yeah, it might help those who aren't the best scammers in the
Sure.
world.
That ending was crazy. You need to finish that. And as for me, it's Rich Homie Twan 1919 on IG, on Twitter. I don't really tweet. I just be like looking at sports and shit. So don't expect anything enlightening for me to say. Facebook, Antoine, and the pod. All Drinks So Me podcast. You know what it is.
All right, so we'll catch y'all again next week.
Yeah. Until next time.